Have you ever wanted to run Android apps and games directly on your Windows PC without using an Android phone or a separate Android emulator? In this video, I'll show you how to install Android x86 on Windows using VMware Workstation Pro, so you can run Android directly on your PC without relying on a traditional Android emulator. We'll go through the complete installation process, and I'll also show you how to fix a common problem where Android doesn't fully boot after installation and get stuck during startup. Once everything is set up, you can download and install the Android apps and games you want, run them directly on your PC, and use Android for whatever you need. When configured correctly, Android x86 can run very smoothly inside VMware. So, give this video a tight thumbs up and let's get started. First, we need to download the Android x86 ISO file. For that, click the first link in the description or the first comment, and it will take you to this page. Here, click on the Android 9 option. On the next page, click on the Download option with a large number of downloads. This will open a new page, and after a few seconds, your Android x86 ISO file should start downloading automatically. Once the ISO file has finished downloading, open VMware Workstation Pro. If you don't have it yet, I've linked a video in the description and the first comment that shows you how to download and install VMware Workstation Pro. So check that out first. Once VMware Workstation Pro is installed, open it and click Create a new virtual machine. Choose Typical Recommended and click Next, and VMware will ask you to select the installation media. Choose the Android x86 ISO file that we downloaded earlier and click Open. Click Next. Now, VMware will ask you to select a guest operating system. Choose Linux, and for the version, select Other Linux 5.x kernel 64-bit. Click Next, and give your virtual machine a name. You can name it anything you want, such as Android x86, and then click Next. Now we need to configure the virtual hard disk for Android. I recommend giving it at least 16 gigabytes of storage. You can use 32 gigabytes, but if you plan to install games or other apps, I'd recommend 64 gigabytes. Select Store Virtual Disk as a single file and click Next. Your virtual machine is now almost ready. Before finishing, click Customize Hardware. Here we need to adjust the memory and processor settings. For memory, 1 gigabyte is the minimum, but if your PC has enough RAM, I recommend giving the virtual machine around 4 gigabytes. You can also increase the number of processor cores if your PC has enough available resources. Once you've finished configuring the hardware, click Close and then click Finish. VMware will now create the virtual machine. When it's ready, simply select the virtual machine and click Power on this virtual machine. You should now see the Android x86 setup screen. Use your arrow keys to select advanced options, then scroll down and choose Auto Installation. Then it will ask that you have Choose Auto Installation, which is fine, so choose Yes and press Enter. The installation will now begin. Once it's finished, you should see a message confirming that Android x86 has been installed successfully. I recommend rebooting the virtual machine once after the installation. Choose Reboot, press Enter, and VMware will restart the machine. However, there's one more important step. If you simply reboot the virtual machine, Android x86 may not boot correctly, so we need to modify the boot parameters. When you see the Android x86 boot menu, select the Android x86 option and press E on your keyboard to edit it. Now, select the first option again and press E to edit. Now use the arrow keys to move through the boot parameters. Find the quiet parameter and remove it completely. Then, add the boot parameters shown in the text on screen. No mode set X-Force, VESA. Once you've made the changes, use the arrow keys to move to the end of the line. When you're finished, press Enter to return to the previous screen. As you can see that changes are made. Now press B on your keyboard to boot with the modified parameters. And there you go. Android x86 should now start booting inside VMware Workstation Pro. Now start setting up it. Click Start, connect to Wi-Fi, or skip it. Set date and time. Accept Google services, set or skip screen lock, and finally choose a home app. Now let's finish the initial setup. First, connect Android to Wi-Fi. You can simply turn on the Wi-Fi, and Android should be able to access the internet through your laptop's connection. After that, open the Google Play Store and sign in with your Google account. Just enter your Gmail address and password and complete the sign-in process. Once you're signed in, the first thing I recommend doing is updating Google Play services. This is important because many Android apps and games rely on Google Play services to work properly. And that's it. Now you can use Android 86 just like you want. You can install your favorite apps and games, test different apps, and explore everything Android has to offer on your PC. Just make sure to keep your installed apps and Google Play services updated for the best experience. One important thing to keep in mind: the next time you start the virtual machine, Android may not boot normally right away. If that happens, don't worry. Just repeat the same boot parameter changes we made earlier, and Android should boot normally. And don't worry about your apps or data. Everything you've already installed and configured will remain saved inside the virtual machine. So, that's how you can install and run Android x86 on your Windows PC using VMware Workstation Pro. If this video helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.